guys, what is up and welcome back to our channel. My name is Carissa. My husband's name is Ethan. He's not with me. He's at work right now. He actually has no idea I'm filming this video. We weren't going to film a video about this, but everybody already knows, and I just figured I would update it. I kind of want to make a story about it just because it's just crazy to me that people are so heartless. So excuse my appearance. This is the first time I've showered in a couple of days, and also I'm not making my bed. I don't really care. I don't exactly know how long this video is going to be. It might be short, it might be long. I don't know. I just kind of want to give a little update. But most of you know, if you're following me and Ethan on social media, I don't actually think our Facebook is on here, but our Facebook is just our names, Carissa Edwards and Ethan Edwards. On Tuesday, October 15th, our dog, Mossy, was hit by a car. I'm not going to get full into detail with it, but I am going to tell a little bit of the story, and I'm going to just do an update because in our future vlogs, you guys will probably be seeing Mossy and probably be hearing updates anyway, so I figured I'd just make a quick video about it, and maybe people will realize that dogs are not just animals. They're a part of someone's family. They're not just something that you can hurt and be like, oh, whatever. I do just want to say super quick disclaimer that there will be graphic pictures and videos that pop up on the screen. I do give a heads up when I do pop up. And one very graphic picture that is in here, I do tell you that if you do not want to look at it, please skip forward because it's very graphic. Anyway, so October 15th, Mossy was hit by a car. Ethan had taken her out to go to the bathroom, so when she went outside, she had seen something and got excited and she got loose. She pulled her neck right out of her collar. Ethan came inside screaming that Mossy had just run away. Obviously we were pissed off because Mossy, she did used to run away quite a bit, and I thought that maybe she grew out of it a little bit. But we went to go find her, and it was like 20 minutes to a half hour when we couldn't find her. I didn't have my phone on me, so I wasn't able to call anybody or get a hold of Ethan. I was driving my car while Ethan was out running around trying to look for her. I had been driving up and down the side roads and the side streets by our house, and Ethan was on the main street, and Ethan had found her, and when he had found her, she was trying to run across the road on the other side to get from all of the cars, and that is when she got hit. Ethan had to watch it, and I could not imagine what it was like to have to watch something like that. I would never be able to watch anything like that. I'm glad I didn't see it, because if I did, I probably would be petrified. I would probably have nightmares. I still do have nightmares because I keep replaying it in my head, and every time I go by, every time I drive on the bridge where she got hit, it just plays in my head that my dog got hit and nobody did anything about it. Both of us blacked out because obviously we were angry, we were frustrated, and we were super upset. We were scared because our dog had just got hit and she had run off. She was scared, so she ran off into the woods by my house. So we both blacked out. We couldn't really remember. The only thing that we remember is that he was old and that the car he was driving was, I'm like 99% sure it was a maroon SUV. So he had hit her and he had drove off. I remember him driving and pulling into a driveway and Ethan flipping out, screaming at him, yelling at him, like telling him that he just hit his dog and he just kept driving, didn't stop. And Ethan said that he was pretty sure he was not driving the speed limit either. The speed limit is 30 on that road, and Ethan said he had to be at least doing 40. I wasn't worried about the guy. Obviously I was pissed off that he just hit my dog, but I was more worried about finding Mossy and making sure that she wasn't hurt. So I had drove back to my house, which was literally, my house is not even a minute from the bridge where she got hit. So I had hurry up and drove back to my house to grab my phone. That way I could get a hold of Ethan and call Ethan, or that way if someone did find her, they could call me, and that way I would be able to answer. Ethan ran back in the woods to try and find her, so I had no idea where Ethan went. Now, when I went back to the house, I ran upstairs and grabbed my phone, and as I was leaving, Mossy had come up to the door and she was limping back into the house. She was bleeding everywhere and she was whining, and it just really broke my heart that somebody so cruel could do that to an innocent animal. I swore I wasn't gonna cry in this video. Okay, so she limped into the house. Of course, I seen her, and me and Ethan weren't sure how bad it was because she did get up and she did run away. So we thought that maybe he didn't hit her and that she got startled, so she just took off running and she was scared. But then when she walked in the house and she was limping and whining and bleeding everywhere, I knew that she got hit good enough to where she needed to be rushed to the hospital. So of course I started bawling my eyes out crying. My mom was telling me that I needed to call the vet, that I need to rush her to the hospital, I need to take her somewhere. So I did not obviously see that she was bleeding and she was limping and something was wrong with her leg, but I did not see how bad anything was. So I told my mom that Ethan was out there on the side roads trying to look for her. So she had went and picked him up. She had walked into the house and she had plopped herself onto the floor. She kind of lifted up her leg, that way I feel like she was trying to tell us that, hey, something happened to me, I need to go somewhere. But my older cousin, she was upstairs and she had run upstairs to the bathroom to grab towels for me. That way we could wrap towels around her when we put her in the car. My mom had got back with Ethan. He did not want to look at her. He couldn't look at her. He was crying. He was bawling his eyes out. He was scared. He just watched his dog get hit by a car. We had rushed her to the hospital. Still, we both had no idea how bad she was. So I'm going to insert pictures of what she looked like when she got into the house, and then also when we were driving to the vet. So I'm going to insert pictures here and here. This was her stomach and part of her leg. We still couldn't see how bad her leg was because it was on the inside of her leg, and I wasn't trying to move her leg and look at it because I didn't want to hurt her any more than she was already hurt. So we rushed to the vet, and they had come out and they had took her out of my car and they took her right to the back, and they had sedated her and they put her on fluids and put a catheter in her. We waited at the vet we were there for a total of 3.5 to 4 hours before we had to move her to an actual hospital because they were just a vet. Obviously we were trying to figure out money, so we kept telling them not to do anything expensive because we didn't have the money. They had told us something about care credit. Both of me and Ethan obviously got denied because we have no credit. We're only 18 years old. I've asked my parents, I called my sister, and we just weren't able to get care credit that would help. So one of my, I don't want to say her name because I don't want to give, I don't know, I just want to keep her confidential, but one of my friends did help and she did get approved for care credit. She definitely helped a lot, and I'm so grateful for her because without her we probably wouldn't be able to have been crying again. I hate crying. but without her we probably wouldn't have been able to get any of the help Mossy needed. The first vet, I don't know if I should share how much we spent. I mean, we do have a GoFundMe page for Mossy, so I think sharing the prices would be perfectly fine. But the first vet was $622, and then she had been rushed to an actual hospital. The vet that we went to was the Animal Health Care Center vet in Clifton Park, and then she was rushed to the Capital District Referral Veterinary Hospital, I think that's what it's called, in Latham, where they had a surgery place and whatever, I don't really know, but they could do more to help Mossy there. We went to the vet at like 4-ish, somewhere around there, and then we went to the hospital. We got to the hospital like around 9-ish p.m. and they had sedated Mossy there. They had cleaned up all of her wound, put her on 3 medications. The total cost at that hospital was $986, I think. Somewhere around that. I don't remember exactly. I don't have the papers next to me. They had bandaged her back leg up, and still we did not know how bad it was because they didn't take pictures and we weren't able to go back and see because she was obviously sedated back there. So we still had no idea how bad her wound was on her leg. We seen her other wounds because after they had cleaned her up and took all the blood off and whatever, we seen that her stomach had really bad road rash in between and around her groin. That's what they call it. Around her area down there, it was super road rash. Very rough and ooey and gooey and gross. She has 2 wounds on her right. Yeah, she has 2 wounds on her back right leg. 2 very big wounds, but not as big as the one on the back of her left leg. She also, her paws where like the black stuff is, I don't even know what that's called. That's just her paw. But the black stuff is very cut up and there's chunks missing, and also her nails are cut. Some of them are fine, some of them, a couple, like 2 or 3 of them are cut, so she almost has no nail there. And she's got like 2 wounds on the insides of her legs by her stomach. They had came in, they told us that we need to go to the vet every 2 days so that way they can replace her bandages. Her skin was way too rough and it was way too dead for them to be able to sew. I keep saying sew, but what, stitch? Is that's the word I've been looking for. Stitch her wound up because they kept sticking the needle through and it would just fall right out. So they just had to bandage it up super tight. We finally were able to leave the hospital at 3:30 in the morning. We got home. I said earlier that she was on 3 medications. She's on a pain medication, obviously to help with the pain. She's on an inflammatory to help with her stomach and it being all inflamed and also her insides. And she's also on a 3rd one that helps with any infections because her road rash was really bad. It was really oohing and gooing. I'll insert a picture right here of it. So then Thursday, October 17th, we went back to the vet so that we should get her bandages changed, and they were able to take a picture and they were able to show me and Ethan. Now, we had no idea that it was this bad. We knew that it was pretty bad, but we didn't know that it was this bad. Ethan didn't want to look. He never actually ended up looking at the picture until we got home. I was the only one that looked at it when we were at the vet. I will insert it right here. Please, if you don't want to look at this picture, don't. I would skip ahead like 10 seconds because it is very graphic. It's more graphic than all of the other pictures I have taken. So if you don't want to see it, please just skip ahead like 10 seconds. But this is her leg. It has cut right through all of her skin and you can see her bone. we were able to see it and see how bad it actually really was. When she came in to show us pictures, she also told us that Mossy is going to need surgery on her leg and on her stomach. They're hoping that within the next week or so, her skin is healed to where they can close her wound up and hopefully not amputate her leg off. They also have to fuse her stomach together too, because she's got all that dead skin and hard skin right there. They're gonna take all that off and hopefully be able to fix her stomach as well. We were told that, and obviously we were upset, we were devastated, because for one, that's very, very hard for us that she has to get surgery, and for two, it's also very, very expensive. That is pretty much where we're at right now. Today is now Friday, so it is the next day after her last vet appointment. She has a vet appointment tomorrow, Saturday the 19th, I think it is, and then she also has an appointment Monday, and hopefully by Monday they'll be able to tell us when she's gonna need the surgery. She has to be on bed rest for 4 weeks. It hasn't even been a week, and it's so hard to keep her upstairs in the bedroom. She wants to be downstairs with everybody else. She's trying to walk. I will insert a video of her trying to walk now. She still limps a little bit, and when we're walking outside for more than like 5 minutes, she gets super, super tired. She doesn't like to be alone. Someone has to be upstairs with her almost all the time. Pain medication she takes, once it hits her, like within an hour of her taking it, she definitely does pass out, but she will not pass out unless I am next to her. So it's really, really hard, especially at night when the pain medication wears off in the middle of the night at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. She wakes up, and she wakes me and Ethan up, and so we have to sit down there with her and help her fall asleep again. We have to carry her up and down the stairs. We have to help her get up. We have to help her lay down. We have to help her eat. She's been drinking pretty good on her own. She's been taking her pills like a freaking champ. I think she knows that they're helping her, because for the first couple of days I had to give her them with peanut butter, and now I can just hold my hand out like this and put the pills in my hand, and she can eat them right out of my hand. I'll try and take a video of that, and if I do get one, I'll insert it right here. So it's been pretty easy giving her pills now. This is what they gave us. When we were at the hospital, the emergency room, the first time, like the first medication they gave us was these two, but that's what it's called. You probably can't see it, but this is her pain medication, and then this is her other one that she takes. This is her inflammatory. When her stomach started oozing and goozing the next day after everything happened, I got really, really nervous that that wasn't okay and that it wasn't how it should be. So I had went back, and they had given me a pill that helps with infection. It's called the Clavamox 2. So that's what it is. And it just comes in a pack like this. So she takes that. This is a 14-day, and when the 14 days is over with, we have to buy it again. This is $80. So until everything's done, they want to keep her on an antibiotic. So when the 14 days is up, we have to buy this again. And then the inflammatory one, which is this one. I think when she's done with these, I think she'll be fine and she doesn't have to take these anymore. But then the pain medication, when we're done with the pain medication, I'm gonna ask. They didn't tell us that we had to buy them again, but I'm pretty sure once she has the surgery, they're gonna give me more, and if they don't, I'm gonna ask for more, because they help her sleep better and obviously take the pain away. It's every 8 to 12 hours that I can give these to her, but I do it like 7 hours because you can start to see around like hours 6 and 7 it starts to wear off, because then she starts to like whine, and she starts to like whine to get up and not be able to fall asleep. And then the other 2 are every 12 hours. So she gets that, 1 in the morning and then 1 at night. This video is getting to be super long. So I did just want to hop on and I did just want to update everybody about what happened. So back to when Mossy got hit. The guy pulled into somebody's driveway. He called the cops and he called animal control. So he filed a police report on me and Ethan. So when I went down to the police station to file a report on him, we ended up just having to foil the report and just get a copy, which still to this day, it's been, right now when I'm recording this, it's been 2 days and I still haven't even gotten a copy, let alone a call from the police station. They told us that it's better off if we just go to court, and that they can't give us his information because they're not allowed to give away anybody's information, and that we had to wait for the chief to come back in Friday, which is today, that we wouldn't get a call till Monday or Tuesday. They're not helping whatsoever. They're not helping at all. It's very frustrating and it's very annoying because he should at least be helping with the vet bills. I don't care if I don't care. It's not like, okay, here Mossy, go run in front of a car and get hit. Like, that's not what we did. It'd be different if this guy tried to stop or stopped or slowed down. No, he just kept going. He knew he was right. He knew that she was in front of him. He knew that she was that Mossy was Ethan's dog, because Ethan was on the sidewalk yelling. So it's not like he tried to prevent anything. He didn't. He just kept driving and he hit her. When we figure out more about that, we will definitely make a video and update you guys on that, but right now we don't have anything about this guy hitting her. We don't know what's going on with that. My mom did set up a GoFundMe page. Now, I'm not telling you guys go donate. Like, it definitely will help with all of the donations, and even if you can't donate, share. Like, let everybody know the story. That's pretty much the update. It's pretty much where we're at right now. We will continue to update you guys, and we'll try not to overdo it with the videos, but I do want to every few vlogs just make an update on what's going on with her, because her recovery is going to take at least 4 weeks, and with the surgery it could take way longer. Mossy is a big part of our family. I've had Mossy since she was 6 weeks old. She's gonna be 4. January 20th she will be 4. It's just crazy that I've had her for almost 4 years. She's a big part of our family. She's a big part of my life. She helped me with my depression. She helped me a lot with everything. So if I ever lost her, I don't really know what I would do with myself. Everybody loves her. She loves everybody. She loves all of the kids that come to daycare. My niece and my nephew absolutely love her. They absolutely adore her. Like, she's not just some pet. She's not just an animal. She is a part of our family. Like, it's crazy to me that people are so heartless and they're so cruel that they could do something, and my dog has to sit here and suffer while this guy is out roaming the streets free, and he has absolutely no idea what he did to her. Absolutely none. Anyway, that is pretty much where we're at right now. That's an update. We are so grateful, and we are so thankful that Mossy is here with us today. I'm so thankful that she didn't break any of her bones. Another thing, when she was at the hospital, they gave her chest x-rays, pelvic x-rays, leg x-rays. They also took a couple tests for her bloodstream to see if she was anemic or anything. I forgot to mention that, so that's also what they did at the hospital. But we are so grateful that she didn't break any of her bones and that she is okay. She's definitely not fine. She's definitely didn't get away with, you know, nothing. Like, I know there are more people out there, and I know there are more dogs out there that have definitely gotten way worse than Mossy and have passed away from stuff like this, but Mossy is still, she's not fine. She has a big huge gash in her leg where you can see her bone. Like, that's gonna be so much recovery, and it's disgusting. Like, someone could do this and think it's okay. And to anybody who help us, who donate, or who even share the post or share our story, we are so grateful for. So I'm going to put a clip in of Mossy right now. Actually, she's right over there. I had to put her to sleep. This is Mossy right now. Hi, baby. Can you say hi? She's not asleep because she doesn't sleep unless I'm laying next to her, but she does just like to chill and rest. I'm sorry that this video ended up being so long, so definitely check out our social medias down below so you can have daily updates of Mossy if you would like. We definitely post more daily updates on Facebook, and also our GoFundMe page is on Facebook, so definitely go check that out. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below any future videos you'd like to see from us, and hit that big red subscribe button so you can become part of our family, and hit that bell so you don't ever miss any of our future uploads. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!